have all the... Oh. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to VCW. That is Vtuber Championship Wrestling, here for another night of non-stop action. Shut up, Michael Cole. I am talking over you. I don't care. I am Tristan Sanity, and I am joined today by the amazing, lovely, wonderful, other adjectives, Eris von Jabberwock, heir to the Jabberwock name. How are you, Eris?
Oh, sorry, I have to do it every time.
Every time the laugh has had. So this is tonight's match card here. We have a lot of singles matches, but it does end up with our main event that we'll talk about here in a second. I can use words. So tonight we have Puppet versus Dr. Memento, the dimension hopping friend, versus the vampire mad scientist. Followed up by Kathom, the Eldritch Harlequin versus Leafy Van Gogh, the Fago-loving clown delinquent.
Should be a colorful matchup.
Indeed. We have Ray Pierre, the pirate clown, I shouldn't just say that, because he is our VCW championship. That is incredibly disrespectful to me. Maybe I'm just jealous I don't hold the title. Versus PB Undesirables, the pinball-playing vampire, who has been on a tear here as he's kicked every opponent he has ever faced in the balls. Candy got the blend in of that in the first time, developing a rivalry, and we saw Kathom get it last time. We'll see if the fate of the champion is going to be the same. Following that, we have Pixie, or Pix.exe, versus Sea Creature. Should be a pretty even match here as far as smaller characters who are in for a colorful fight. But again, that main event that we are all looking forward to is this right here. Oddly enough, we have someone who's in the match also on commentary, which makes no sense, but we're not about making sense here. We have the Starry Knights of Stardust, Shimmer, and Eris von Jabberwock versus... we're going with either Landing Party, Mars Attacks, or the Backdoor Access. We'll figure it out one day, ladies and gentlemen. But we have, as I smack the microphone, Lonnie, or
we're having our own fights in the booth here.
Oh, I bet. As I smack microphones and just get too excited for this, we have Lonnie and the Shy Blue Ninja Girl. I'm sorry, Lonnie, I will always forget how to pronounce the actual name because I'm a fool.
Lonnie Akea.
Lonnie Akea. I'm always going to end up trying to say IKEA, and that's not going to be correct.
Lonnie Ikea.
Lonnie Ikea. Yes. That is the lineup for at least this first week here. I'm excited. Are you excited, Eris?
I'm very excited. Definitely not because I'm in the main event.
Who would ever think that would be the exciting part of this whole situation here? So why don't we go ahead and kick off with our first match tonight, being the one-on-one against of Puppet versus Dr. Memento.
Let's do it. I honestly, I think I'm going to be rooting for Dr. Memento here. Are we allowed to pick favorites?
You are absolutely allowed to pick favorites, or who you think is going to win, or who you would want to win. Even if you don't think they'll win, who you want to win, by all means. I think... Oh, go right ahead.
I'm definitely in the Memento tree then.
Memento does have quite a bit of momentum, I think, going into this. Puppet will be quite a tough opponent here, again, using that size to their advantage, and as we saw previously, the ability to teleport could play heavily into this.
Didn't know that was a thing wrestlers could do, but
yeah.
now I know.
But that's neither here nor there. Let's go ahead and kick off Puppet versus Dr. Memento.
Yes, let's get into it.
It should be Puppet first. Ah, yes. Puppet, who will take his sweet time getting down the ring. From what I understand, Puppet is an undead, dimension-hopping character who has this air of intimidation, but is often just a friendly guy with a unfortunate presence.
Oh, a real Casper situation.
Very much so. If Casper was a giant undead tree man. But definitely have to watch out for some of these movesets that Puppet has. Puppet using those long limbs to his advantage. with things such as the Vine Whip, where he literally wraps an opponent, then whips them out using their arm. We have the Dimension, or the Portal Kick, a discus big boot, as well as the Treetop Chokeslam, using, again, that height to its full advantage, or choking out an opponent with his Tattered Scarf elevated triangle choke. So definitely not some...
a lot of choking going on.
A lot of choking, a lot of wrapping up, again, using those long limbs to really take on an opponent. Definitely not something to take lightly at all.
Definitely living up to that imposing presence.
Yeah, so where the friendly part is, I haven't quite figured it out yet. But
the friendly part has no place in the ring.
That's a absolutely fantastic point. There's no place in this ring for being friendly. As we've seen on our debut week, where we saw friendliness of PB Undesirables and Candy get struck down immediately. Puppet definitely ready here, as Dr. Memento is about to make their entrance. An equally, what's the word I want to... It's probably not even a word. A presence demanding attention. Everybody a little bit spooky today.
See the candles. Ooh.
And his opponent from parts unknown.
Everyone is from parts unknown unless I know where you're from. The game defaults to everyone being from New York, New York, and I'm like, no one here is from New York. Again, Dr. Memento here is a mad scientist cartoon, I believe from the 1930s, who escaped his film reel. And as film reels started to become extinct, he decided to change his fate. Getting his doctorate in the real world, as well as meeting up with a vampire to further his existence. He has the ability to release film reels like tentacles from his back. He has also stolen a conductor's wand from a particular bunny to cast lightning.
Are they booing him?
They might be. Why is it half his face? That's a weird camera angle.
The menacing stare.
just the eyes. Now, as we've said, there is definitely a distinct height difference here. I believe we have Puppet standing at over 6.5 feet, and we have Dr. Memento in this form at about 5.5 feet. So, definitely at least a foot difference. So, we're going to have to see how well Memento here can counter that.
Hopefully those film tendrils can make the difference in the height.
Indeed. If he can pull off the Unravel, a middle rope tornado flatliner, or the Rewind. Oh, he coming out quick with this DDT. Wow. Definitely trying to get that advantage early. Oh, jeez. Where are you going, Dr. Memento?
Can you make this? No, he cannot.
I appreciate the chutzpah, but...
Wow, he really just came in swinging hard and fast.
Indeed. Now choking Puppet, giving him no room to breathe. And unfortunately, that is...
Okay, he's trying again.
Now he's going to the top rope. Hauling him up already.
Oh.
A double axe handle. Double axe handle from the top rope. Setting him up for, what is this, a submission? A bow and arrow. Using that long body to its own disadvantage here with this submission.
Is that a pun in this scenario?
I guess.
This bow tree?
That's a great question, and I'm going to go with yes, that was intentional.
Puppet not even being able to land a blow here.
Absolutely. I don't think we've seen a single bit of offense except for this elbow here.
Okay, there he goes.
Puppet definitely trying to get back on the right track here. Throwing Dr. Memento and going straight in for a pin. But Dr. Memento refusing to be in that pin longer than that one count.
I always hate the elbow stomp.
It is not a pleasant looking move. It's up there with the finger snap and a couple of other moves here. Puppet, where are you going? Puppet going to the top rope.
Uh-oh.
With an elbow
Oh.
drop to the back.
That's where the size difference makes all the difference.
That's a lot of weight falling on a small body here. Oh,
Oh.
a backbreaker from such a height. We're talking about at least a 5-foot drop onto someone's knee. That is... well, I ain't gonna need to see a chiropractor. Puppet trying to pump
Puppet
himself
angry.
up. Yeah, slamming his head into the corner here. But Dr. Memento is not one to stay down, reversing into a series of punches and an Irish whip into the corner.
His film is not over yet.
Setting him up with
Wow.
a scoop slam, hitting that second middle rope. Is he calling for the unravel? He is. That's tornado flatliner setting up that unravel. Is he going to get this pin here?
Could this be it?
A kick out
No.
at 2. Now we're going to have to watch out because Dr. Memento,
Oh.
Puppet using that dimension jump to his advantage like we saw last time. Can he capitalize? He's going to have to be careful because if... oh, geez. We got someone busted open here. Do vampires bleed? I have not figured that part out yet. Dr. Memento heading back to that top rope. The final cut leg drop. That was what I was worried about here. He's going to go for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Dr.
Memento.
Yep, his film had a happy ending in this case here with that final cut leg drop, definitely editing the story to his favor. I know words. Why is the collar so weird? Oh God, we're inside Puppet. What is the referee doing out in the ring? Just standing there.
He is scared of Dr. Memento.
He is. And here we can get a glimpse of that semicolon vampire bite, which I think is just a wonderful little touch. Man, this turned into a rivalry match. Rivalry match very high. That is not
Wow.
surprising, seeing how Dr. Memento came out and was like, I'm going to murder Puppet.
Yeah, I think that match was deserving a lot more than just 2 stars.
Agreed. Unfortunately, the game just goes, they didn't do a whole lot. And you're like, shut up, that was awesome. Let's see. Oh no, let's do that. And then we do this. Puppet was seen as being respectful and gained some pride, some respectfulness, and he was bold. Whereas Dr.
That
Memento
teleport was anything but.
yeah, he was, hello, I'm behind you now. Let's see. Whereas Dr. Memento was seen as prideful and bold. But yeah, so we can expect to see a rivalry here between the two of these competitors. Let's go ahead to
Definitely something to look forward to.
Absolutely. At least it was, call it a good match. 2.5 stars. At least it was labeled as good.
It was good.
Next up, we have K-Thom versus Leafy Van Gogh. Oh, goodness gracious.
I like the honk.
The honk, yeah. The honk tattoo on the belly. He's got 42 tattooed on his chest. And then he has, I think, Dupo, some numbers under his eye. All right, so let's kick off K-Thom versus Leafy Van Gogh. VCW. Let's see. As I addressed my cheat sheet here. So here we have K-Thom, the Eldritch Harlequin. A man full of style, and again, a lot of these people have such a presence to themselves, but I'm on the
They
record.
really do.
I'm on the record for saying I love K-Thom's design, his model, whatever you want to call it. I stared at it for like a week as I did like art, and then I did this, and I was like, yeah, I really love this. It's like my favorite. But K-Thom,
So, like, vibrant.
very vibrant. A lot of like turquoise and the purples and the white to kind of counteract it, and a lot of black to give it depth. It's very neat now. It's as close
Yeah.
as I could get it, at least. Now we'll have to be Leafy's gonna have to be careful because again, K-Thom has some pretty hard-hitting moves here. including the stage hook, a ripcord lariat, really kind of emphasizing being yanked off a stage back in the time of Harlequins, as well as like things like the lovely fall, which we saw him win his last match with, which is a Falcon Arrow from the top rope. But if he really needs to get that job done, he's going to pull out that Eldritch Driver, a Vertebreaker, or almost like a reversed pile driver of some sense. It's not pretty to take. It's definitely one of the scariest moves I know.
A reverse pile driver definitely sounds
Yeah, we'll
doesn't
see.
sound fun.
No, it does not. But that is if he can even pull it off, as we have Leafy here, an unpredictable character. Someone very much the Fago-loving degenerate here. We can even see during this entrance, he is quirky, eccentric, almost enigmatic. That's the word I think it is. With some of his moves being very unorthodox.
Let's see what they've got then. Doesn't matter where or when he's competing. This guy just wants to fight, and he's about to get one.
This guy just wants to fight.
This guy just wants to fight. The commentary in the game is bullshit.
And that's why we're here.
And that's why we're here to show them up. So yeah, we're gonna have to be worried about Leafy hitting his honk plant, which is a let's see, a swinging flatliner, as well as the Garfield nap, a splash from the top rope. As a Garfield enthusiast as well, I can appreciate his love of the orange cat. But Katham kicking out of here immediately with a modified neck breaker.
Ooh.
Yeah, but meeting him in the ring's quite an obstacle. There's nothing about this superstar that signifies he'll be a pushover.
Up the show
Ooh.
tappies. Oh!
Headed to the top rope.
Man, we got a couple of matches here that are kicking off strong as Katham is not playing around, dropping those knees into Leafy's face as fast as possible. A DDT from the top rope. He is
Damage
whipping.
continuing from Katham.
But Leafy is now fighting back here. He is not going to go down lightly. He's going to try and probably use the ring to his advantage here if he's smart. Snap suplex, trying to change the tides here. Fago-loving degenerates is the state motto from Michigan. I believe it.
That is just insulting.
Leafy going for a moonsault, only to find that no one was home as Katham gets back to his feet. We have some back and forth punches here.
I'm hearing that broadcast to not look up at the moon.
Leafy busting out a brain buster, but unfortunately, when you're in Eldritch Horror, you're not quite sure where the brain is actually located. Katham fighting back here, throwing Leafy out of the ring.
Katham fighting the ref, or the ref fighting Katham?
The ref trying to stop Katham from getting out of the ring. Now, if they're not careful, they can be both counted out here and both lose this match. If they want to win, they're going to have to get back in the ring. Katham throwing Leafy around the ring.
If only one of them is outside of the ring, is that their loss, or is it still a loss for both?
It is a loss of the person outside the ring.
Got it.
So Katham could technically kick Leafy's butt so bad that he is unconscious out the ring and win a match here. But there's not a whole lot of pride or honor in that kind of take. But right now, Katham doesn't seem to be caring too much about that aspect. He's had a rough...
Not at all.
He's had some ups and downs recently. So it could just be that he wants a victory, and that's all he cares about.
Yeah, the timer down to 7 now. Ow!
Jesus, yeah. Get back in the ring, you guys.
It's at 8. Okay, there goes Katham.
Katham going in and restarting the count.
He's back out.
Well, that restarts the count for them so that it goes back to the 1 to give themselves a little bit more time.
Oh wow! So Katham really just wants to punish Leafy.
He does. It seems that we're bouncing in between the stairs and the ring side here. And then the less padding of the concrete floor here is definitely going to play a role. But Leafy is starting to come back here. You have to assume he's going to try and get back in the ring.
Well, he is successful.
Yes, but is that taunt going to catch him? Oh, here comes the stage hook.
Ooh.
There's that devastating clothesline here, and that could be it.
Wow.
K-Thom getting that victory. This was a brutal match, fought mostly outside the ring, I think.
Yeah. K-Thom definitely just had a hold on Leafy that entire match.
He absolutely did, and again, I have to imagine it's because of these ups and downs that K-Thom's been having recently. He is just trying to get back on some kind of track here.
He's definitely on his way there now.
Absolutely, and unfortunately, Leafy was just another victim in the way.
I love that stare.
Yeah,
That pose.
that smirk. I mean, the finger rings definitely help. Those little claws.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, I'll get you, my pretty. So up next, we have our VCW champion Ray Pierre, the Pirate Clown, versus PB Undesirables, the Vampire. PB is a pinball enthusiast, but a lot of his style and his moveset here is definitely derived from some classic goth and vampire fashion and stuff. Like his model is based very much off of his own self. Like I think it is him. Like the tattoos are his own tattoos. The mohawk is his real mohawk.
Wow.
PB has his mohawk is probably bigger than the one that's in the game. PB has been very supportive and has been real rad. Ray has been a longtime friend of the clowns and the channel. The skull that he has on his chest that he uses for his model and for his stream stuff is actually a doodle I did once upon a time in my early career. And he was like, I love this. Can I have this? And I was like, sure. And he put it on everything. And I was like, hell yeah. But yes,
Aww.
Ray is our first VCW champion. And so yes.
Well, will PB be able to?
He's just going to kick Ray in the balls. Let's be honest here. He's good.
That's his goal in every fight.
That's his goal in every fight. Whenever he does it, PB finds that on stream, and then he makes a clip and he puts it on TikTok. So we're just going to have like a collaboration at some point, or no, compilation. That's the word I'm looking for, of just PB kicking people in the balls. That's just what it's going to be. But yes,
as expected of the pinball enthusiast.
Yes, it's going right after the pinballs. So let's go ahead and kick off the champ versus what I have to imagine, if this goes right, a new #1 contender here soon. Because we're still so early in the career of a lot of these people. There's not a whole lot of #1 contenders. I think the women's championship has Bianca going for Looney's championship. But we'll see how long Looney can hold on to it, because Bianca is not slowing down.
Didn't Bianca and Looney have a fight recently?
They did have a fight, which helped elevate Bianca to that rivalry status where they're fighting. We just have not had a title match for them yet.
Title match would be where the belt is on the line.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
One of the few characters that gets their full name.
That's cool.
Yeah. Luckily, Ray and Pierre are two words that go together that work perfectly. Now, Ray did win our first Royal Rumble to determine that championship. And whereas I'm sure you could probably argue that as a smaller person, like, man, how did he get that? He's very clever and he has some very high impact moves. With Ray, we have to look out for things such as his cannon blast, a shotgun drop kick in the corner, as well as the fallen mast, a crash landing suplex drop. But that pales in comparison to the cannonball, a diving cannonball from the top rope, as well as the shipwreck powerbomb, a sit-out powerbomb, which any powerbomb is just a devastating move. But
It sounds devastating.
I know, right? But he's going to have to get past this man here, PB Undesirables, a vampire with a chip on his shoulder and a pinball in his pocket, probably. I didn't have anything more clever to say about him. He's a badass vampire with a badass intention of causing harm. And he causes that harm with everything from spitting venom or blood into people's eyes before kicking their head off or kicking them in the balls with the shattered dreams. But if that's not enough, he is ready to go with the stake, which is a impact DDT, really driving their opponent's head into the ground like you would drive a stake through a vampire's heart.
For my TTRPG fans out there and any fans of VTM, if I had to assign a clan to PB Undesirables, it'd definitely be Clan Bruja.
I could see it. That punk aspect really kind of coming into there with anarchy reigning. But while we're speaking about
100%.
vampires real quick, let's go ahead and shout out that, let's see, it's this Sunday, right?
Yes.
This Sunday over at Roll Call Studios here on Twitch and anywhere else you can find us is the first stream of Season 2 of DC by Night, Vampire the Masquerade, the TTRPG, where we will be debuting Crypts of the Commonwealth, starring the likes of Eris and Stardust
Yes.
Shimmer, and a couple other people. That in the storyteller is by Cymerk, my wife, who you might also see on other things like the D&D side of things.
think it is destined to deliver.
It'd be a very fun and amazing time, just
Indeed.
like this match.
So it... Wow! Hey! Take that, PB Undesirables. You got covered up by a subscription from Lonnie Akea. I appreciate you, Lonnie, very much.
Looking into the eyes of this competitor tonight.
It sounded so disingenuous when I try to be like extra for that kind of stuff. I'm like, I sound disingenuous.
On the roster. But don't discount the man.
It's so easy to get startled by, like,
Yeah.
stream alert.
Oh, absolutely. Quick back and forth here between PB and Ray. No one really getting too much of an upper hand here. Quick moves,
They
quick
try to go
pins.
for an immediate pin.
Well, you can't blame Ray. As a champion, you want to try and keep your standings up as much as possible because you got to keep... There's a huge target on your back. Jesus. Back and forth here. Can anyone really get an upper hand as we have an exploder suplex coming from PB? No.
Oh, no, not the elbow.
Nope, the
Oh,
hand
the
this
hand.
time. Let's just crush the hands. And then just choking Ray. If he's not careful, he can get disqualified here.
Oh, you can get disqualified for just choking out your opponent?
Technically, in the world of wrestling, if you're holding a choke, like just like a straight up choke, not like a sleeper hold or something, you have up to a 5 count to let go before you're disqualified.
Huh.
Because it's just rude. PB throwing Ray out the ring, trying to give himself some time to warm up before launching out, but it looks like he took too long as Ray tries to take an upper hand with the spin move?
Wow, that spin on top of his back just to the smack to the back of the head.
It's
Ray
a devastating
immediately
move.
Taking the wind out of PB's sails there.
Jesus Christ. Ray pulling a springboard Hurricanrana off to the outside of the ring. A little unexpected. But another moonsault that gets rejected. Throat thrust followed by ring post. Jesus. PB is not
the
one.
hand again.
That poor hand. It's going to be hard to do any move when your hand's not working.
This has been a very aggressive match so far.
Yes, we have some aggressive competitors here. What are you doing? PB, there's no one there. Oh, God, your legs. You got two opponents here. PB very much known for his aggressive style, and then Ray trying to assert his own place as a champion here. As he takes a clothesline to the corner, he's going to have to work hard to get back on that up and up. Got a pin here. And a kick out at 1. Ray still has plenty in the tank. And even looks like he's got a signature ready to kick out at any point. But at this point, looks like PB is also on the same track. As he gets reversed with a kick to the face. Exchange of strikes here before throwing Ray out of the ring again. This time Ray catching himself, only to be dragged over the top rope.
Helping him back into the ring. Oh!
There's nothing funnier than when they jump off the top rope or the middle rope and just like... Oh gosh!
Oh.
There's that Venom I was talking about, followed by a punt to the skull. That could be it.
I had completely forgotten PB could do that.
Yes, indeed. And PB wins the match, not by kicking someone in the cannonballs here, but with that venom spit that we wish was red, but the game made it green.
I definitely would have been caught off guard by that venom spit.
The poison mist, a long time tradition in the wrestling community. It's definitely one of my favorite things. In Japan, where it became popularized, not invented where most people believe, but popularized. I know words. The different colors used to mean different things. Like some burned, some blind, some made people go to sleep, some just meant death. Like, okay, you're dead now.
Some just killed you.
Some just killed you. And it quickly became one of my favorite things. The hand has the most bones to break in one spot. That's a valid point.
Yeah, ow.
Oh, my bone hands. Well, PB definitely an average. Yeah, sure, average. I think the aggression we saw from PB continues on his tirade. I think we have a strong contender here for a #1 contender here if we're not careful.
I was surprised that wasn't a rivalry match with how intense that was.
I agree, but I think it just may be in our eyes, in our mind, and we'll make it canon.
Hearts.
In our hearts. It's in our hearts. We believe it to be rivalry. All right, let's
That's
move.
really cool though about the different like colors of the venom. It's kind of like I mean it really is just status effects.
It is. It's very. Let's see. Let me just now I'm trying to remember. Let's see. Green, the commonly used mist, is said to obstruct the opponent's vision. Red, quite often used, but is said to burn the eyes, also known as a blood mist. Black is said to blind the opponent for several weeks. Blue,
okay.
Yeah. Blue sends the opponent to sleep. Yellow paralyzes the opponent, and purple causes momentary distraction and memory loss.
Not in the middle of a ring, forgetting why you're there.
Oh, wait, where am I? Who am I?
Why
Who
are
are
we
you?
fighting?
I have dementia now. All right, well, maybe I thought one of them just killed, but I think it's the black one that blinds for several weeks is probably that's pretty devastating. I can't see anything ever. Okay.
Just remembering that one of the myths just straight up killed a person.
I'm just gonna make one. It's like, what's a color that wasn't used? Brown mist. You're dead. All right, I think this is gonna bring us to our main event here. Right?
Isn't it?
No.
I think it's Pixie and.
You are absolutely correct. I said those words and I was like, I feel like it's been long enough. Because you were
Look,
absolutely.
I'm excited for the main event too.
Okay, you're right. Match. I'm just too excited for the main event. But before that, I shouldn't discredit these two opponents like that. We have Pix.exe versus Sea Creature.
Have we seen much of Sea Creature in the?
No, we have not. Sea Creature has been kind of hiding in the ranks as far as screen time, but definitely not something that we should take lightly. We have two small but fierce competitors. Boop. Now, we've seen plenty of Pixie, though. Pixie being...
He's definitely gotten around VCW.
Yes, Pixie has made a lot of impact here, and her and their very special inflatable friends over here. Pix.exe is from the clown circus-based, or themed, Circuit Circus video game, I believe from like the 90s. That was an educational game, I think point and click even, as they used, I believe they're a fairy clown educational character. But once connected to the internet, they found their way out of the computer and into the world. And in this case, they're in a world of hurt, or a world of causing people hurt, as Pixie runs around here.
I think the common use phrase is she's going to be teaching them about pain.
Teaching them a lesson, indeed.
Yeah.
A lot of energy, a lot of pixelization, and in my experience growing up, anything that's .exe is always a concern if you spend any time online.
Oh, yes.
Man, what is this Linkin Park Slipknot .exe? I think Live has a really arbitrary Easter egg that references the paint miss. Huh.
Oh, wait, really?
That's what I'm being told.
Sea Creature.
I think more Sonic.exe. Yeah, the Sonic.exe, that for sure. Coming to the ring now, we have Sea Creature. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know too much about Sea Creature. I know that they are a sea creature and come from the ocean. If I remember correctly, they're a guardian of the sea to some degree, or a protector of the sea. Guardian would be Raindrop Lily, using the terms that I remember properly. But Sea Creature,
be protecting the sea from education.
yes. Sea Creature definitely we're gonna have to look out for things like the underwater uppercut, a throat thrust from below, as well as the octopus stretch submission, which she could whip out at any time. But
Throat thrust from below.
yep, meaning we'll see if she decides to whip that out as Pixie throws her across the ring, setting up for a drop kick.
Oh my goodness.
That low basement drop kick from Pixie, using that top rope and distance to her advantage.
Pixie once again showing the aggression and hyper attacks that she's known for at this point.
Indeed, a lot of fast action here. But if she's not careful, she could easily get hit with the shooting starfish from the top rope or the ocean floor, a unprettier and double underhook face buster. But again, you can't take Pixie lightly with her own moveset. Pixie having Clown Troll Alt Delete, a senton, or no, what is it? Sunset Flip, I know words. Holy crap! A Phoenix Splash missing its target. If she can hope that her moves such as I don't know words, things. The hard reboot, a drop kick to the face type move, or their point and click kick could finish a match at any time. Where's Pixie going? Going back up to the top rope. Pixie feeling most comfortable high in the air. Again, as a fairy, flying through the air is a favorite pastime. Setting up for a twisting crossbody.
Looks like that hurt her too.
Yeah, high risk, high reward sometimes, but also just high damage to both opponents. Going for a pin. Not even a 1 count. Pixie, you're going to have to...
definitely still in it.
Indeed. Pixie going for another...
Oh my god.
Springboard Phoenix Splash here, this time hitting it in a somersault leg drop just to follow it up. Missing that drop kick, Sea Creature back to her feet.
Pixie definitely showing off the .exe.
Yes, the athleticism and pre-programmed moves. Missing some moves here. It seems like she's glitching out as Sea Creature seeks to take advantage.
Could be her chance to turn things around.
Russian leg sweep. Oh, here we go. We have the octopus stretch here. A classic wrestling move. Definitely contorting that neck and shoulder. Is that it? Oh no. Pixie escapes.
Trying to punch out of it.
It looked like Pixie was ready to give up, but at the last second, she found a little bit more of that energy as her batteries recharged.
Oh.
Drop to the back of the head with that execution type move. Going to the top rope. Could she be hitting the shooting starfish? This could be it. Pixie could be done. And that is it. The shooting starfish being the end of the program here. Making quite a splash in her debut in our Sea Creature here.
Look at how excited she is.
It's literally what I was thinking. She's just so gosh darn excited to be here and to win this match. Definitely
taking out one of the most frightening competitors in the
women's
section of VCW. Look at her.
Whereas Pixie and herself is very adorable, she is indeed a fierce competitor, really trying to go after these matches with all that they can. Here we have another rivalry match started between Pixie and Sea Creature. Pixie being a little cowardly and prideful here, and the crowd seeing them as prideful, whereas Sea Creature was seen as being very bold here with a little bit of pride. Again, this was like we said, a big splash for Sea Creature's debut here, as we hadn't seen them yet in VCW outside of the Rumble. But very exciting to see her debut, and again, off to a wonderful start here.
I'll say.
All right, well, we know what's next now that I've done the math correctly this time. It is
Our
time.
main event.
Our main event. We have the VCW's Women's Tag Team Championships. We have the Starry Knights of Stardust Shimmer, the Unicorn Princess of the Crystal Kingdom, and Eris von Jabberwock, heir of the Jabberwock name, the Royal Knight, here for a hard-fought fight against Lani Akea and Shy Blue Ninja Girl. Did I get
So
that?
excited.
I hope that was in the right order. I never know if it's in the right order.
All right, the main event.
We are here at the main
Princess,
event.
Best pivot you're all.
Alrighty, so we have, we have mostly everyone here. We have Star in the chat. We have Eris on commentary. We have Lonnie in chat. Shy, I don't know. So,
Shy is probably watching with Lonnie if she's there.
fair enough. Good to know. Well, I hope you all enjoy this main event as I have Eris join me and be a corporeal form. It's like an out-of-body experience, I guess, as you join me both in the ring and on commentary.
Yes, I am really fast.
So fast you can do both. So coming out first is the Starry Knights, which is the combo of Stardust Shimmer and Eris von Jabberwock. Some of the first characters we made here in VCW. Now,
That
Eris,
Knight and her Princess, definitely the duo of the kingdom.
yes, and as Star likes to put it, how gay is this? It's so
100%.
gay.
It's so gay.
It's so gay. And look, if you all are for it, then I'm happy to provide it. Now, Eris, as we talk about things like moves and sets, you're no slouch in the ring, as you have some pretty dominant moves, including things like the Saber Stomp, using the rope to drive your heels into an opponent's chest, as well as the Trample combo, a combo of moves leading in a Meteora, driving those knees into an opponent. But the thing that everyone's going to have to watch out here for is your Jabberwock kick, that super kick that you could knock out in any time in almost any place. So that's definitely something that's going to be a concern for your opponents here.
You definitely don't want to be kicked by a horse.
No, you don't. That is a horrifying experience that I wish I never have to worry about. But your partner, Star, she's a little bit more unpredictable here, with moves where she ties people into bows, or she is whipping out a cutter off the top rope out of nowhere, or just rolling her opponent using their momentum against them in the Royal Roller sunset flip. But you
Looking
got
respectfully, Lonnie.
respectfully, yes.
We have our Mars tag team.
Indeed. We have Lonnie and Shy here. Let's make sure that I get those in the right spot. Now, Shy really leaning into things like her cookie kick, which is a spinning heel kick, as well as the orbital descent.
Oh,
That's not what's supposed to be, but yes, it is. All the blood.
out for blood.
I guess so. Shy also having the orbital descent, a tornado DDT on the outside of the ring, which, as we know, the floor is concrete, whereas the ring has a little bit more padding, so it's definitely things to be concerned about. But again, the crumbler being the big thing that we're gonna have to worry about.
I remember this matchup from the Rumble with Shy knocking me out of the ring.
Absolutely, and that you have to worry that that's gonna fuel your fire a little bit more. Tagging Star in to get into this match against Shy.
I got some good hits in.
You gotta stay fresh. In a tag match like this, if you try staying the whole time, you're gonna tire yourself out. So you use your partner to your advantage, and that's what we're seeing you do here.
The elbow.
Yep, and Star's still in her heels that I have not taken away.
Wow, we're really just taking turns on Shy here.
This is a smart move here as you mock Shy, going wah, wah, wah.
Oh, are you in pain?
Too bad, I'm going to break your neck now.
Oh, God.
The Hangman's
This is
neck
actually,
breaker.
pretty surprising because I remember Lonnie and Shai being really aggressive during their semifinal match.
Indeed,
They were a force to be reckoned with.
Indeed, you gotta. Sometimes it's right place, right time. As Shai is dropped to the bottom of the corner here, and looks like you're trying to give her a moment to rest before trying to kick her around, but that was a little bit too much time. As
That's
Shai
what I
is
get
looking
for gloating.
Yeah, unfortunately, gloating does not usually work well as you reverse this into a reverse DDT. Going straight for a pin here. Still too early as Star gets in the ring and then immediately back out. Thanks for coming, Star.
Start getting too excited.
Eris breaking out the cross arm bar here, trying to submit Shai, but is Shai going to be able to withstand the submission here? Oh, you decided to let go. You said it wasn't worth it, apparently. Going for another neck breaker as Shai reverses it into a backdrop suplex.
Shai finally tagging it. No. Oh.
Shai,
Okay.
Shai trying to get Lonnie in here. Eris and Eris and Lonnie locking up, but it looks like Eris is still trying to get the advantage with that half and half suplex. Now going for a dragon screw.
Missed my stomp. Hey, butt attack.
Butt attack. We all know horses are known for their butts, so I guess it works.
That was close.
Another neck breaker, this time to Lonnie. Lonnie hasn't been able to really gain any momentum here. As Eris tags Star in, we have Star versus Lonnie, the unicorn versus the rabbit AI.
That reversal immediately.
A spinning side slam from Star out of nowhere. Lonnie really not getting a whole lot of momentum here, unfortunately.
We're not giving them a chance.
Not at all. Star going to the top rope here. As Lonnie's trying to get back to her corner. Oh, getting the hot tag. Shai gets back in.
Now that Shai's got some time to rest.
Throwing some hits and some kicks. Another kick. Getting Star up for a power bomb, folding her in half for a pin. In a somewhat provocative pinning attempt.
Something tells me Star liked that one.
I have no comment on that. Clothesline to the back of the head to Star. Lonnie calling to try and end this with a move. Oh, geez.
Oh, God.
just going at Star's face.
As Star's Knight and Bodyguard, this is hard to watch. Don't break her horn. She needs that.
Throwing Star in the corner. I don't know what that was.
What? Was I tagged in?
Did you tag yourself in, maybe? Going for
yeah.
a knee bar. Unfortunately, too close to the ropes and causing a rope break. Looks like you were doing the smart play here, seeing that Star was in some danger and decided to get yourself in the ring. Only to find yourself on the end of a suplex. Getting Shai back in. We gotta be real careful. Everyone's got like finishers and signatures stored up. This could change tide at any moment. Half and half suplex. Shai getting that tag back in. Lonnie back in. Going for some kicks, only for Lonnie to reverse it. And only to immediately get thrown out of the ring. Eris. Hot shot there.
Knocking them both.
You gonna tag Star?
I can start back in. I set him up and she knocks him down.
Going after the wrong opponent, apparently. Drop kick to the knee, taking down Lonnie.
Star throwing a sucker punch to Shai.
This is a fuck you. Uh-oh, setting up for a drop kick here, I'm betting. Very much shades of previously seen. Going for a cannonball.
Oh, I heard a crunch during that. Oh my
I
God.
did too. That was bizarre. Lonnie is still in this. Again, we have so many signatures and finishers stored up. This could change at any point.
I did not know AIs had bones to break.
It was microchips.
Double arm lock.
Double arm lock suplex. Uh-oh. I think you're setting up for the Jabberwock kick if the referee would move.
Uh-oh. Oh.
That kick right to the face. Now Shy is going to have to get all the way across the ring to stop this.
Can Shy do it? Wow.
Looks like Shy abandoned Lonnie in her time of need.
Shy was too scared to get close to our noble duo.
That seems to be the case. And here we have it, folks. Our first ever VCW Women's Tag Team Champions. Starry Night, Stardust Shimmer, and Eris von Jabberwock. She was having cookies. That's where she was. She was like, cookie break. Wait, what did I miss?
Because I have to.
If any time is appropriate, it is definitely now, as you and Star share your giant championships that float over your shoulders, and you were immediately covered by a graphic. Well, I'm glad to see.
The princess and I talked about this. She got the whole screen.
That's fair, I guess. Well, the game says that it was a very good match, but I think we can also agree that it was a very good match. I wouldn't say 3 stars, but that is because I am biased to everyone's having a good time. But congratulations to our champions. That brings us to the end of our main event for this night. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We'll see you in the next episode.